To the 10th floor, it's me, Matt.
Hey everybody, it's Kat. Good morning,
Hi.
good afternoon.
Yeah, for wherever you are in the world, in the country, whenever you're watching this, whether it's live on a replay. Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Good morning, and hello. Hi.
Enjoy your commute.
Enjoy your commute if you're doing an audio-only experience. And hello to everybody with us live. Get on out of that waiting room, folks. The elevator doors have opened. It's time for us to go all the way up to the 10th floor to talk about General Hospital this
I'm
week.
going to have to step away for just a moment. Sorry.
Already an interruption?
Oh,
I
I know,
love
I'm
it.
sorry.
I love it.
Hello.
Anyway, folks, it's not just me alone.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm in the,
Cindis is here. Lola's mom is here. Hello, Lola's mom. Rochelle, Laura, Carolyn, Cindis, and Janet. Hey, everybody. Chandra, of course, has been donating her time to her local community. Moderator Chandra has been working hard alongside her family, servicing the community for the sports events and all of that's going on. She said she'd try to show up to distribute some of our imaginary food, but we'll see if she's able to work it in. The internet could be spotty where she's at. Michelle is here. Sandra's here. Hello, hello, hello. All the way up to the 10th floor. Let us go. Hey, Bridget. Going all the way up to the 10th floor. The elevator doors open. You look to the left. You can see Elizabeth deep in conversation with Portia.
I might have to run back out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deep in conversation with Portia, Elizabeth is. What's up? What's going on? Everything okay?
Well, so your brother and sister-in-law and the kids are moving in today.
Which
and that was Valeria saying, hey, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying, okay, well, all right, I'll unlock the door for you. Yeah, back in the driveway. Do your thing. I gotta run back upstairs. So,
hey, Jeannie.
And her daughter's missing. Her daughter's not here. She doesn't know she's not here. So she'll be wondering where her daughter is. So I might have to run back out in a minute.
All right. Sounds great. Sounds fun. Sounds amazing.
It's a very, and as you guys can see, I'm in a different environment now because the environment that I was in at that space as a third living space in this house had been given to my son and his family. So it's a not a world war weekend, but it's a
whirlwind
weekend.
Yes.
So,
it is a whirlwind
I certainly
weekend.
didn't want to cancel this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might have to run in and out a little.
Yeah.
That's
well,
all.
You know what, Ma? Everybody was kind of looking at a graph a moment ago, but now they're looking at a 30-minute timer.
Ooh.
A 30-minute timer that I'm going to start right now. Now, folks, this is our second 30-minute timer today. If you were with us at 9 a.m. for Days for Dummies, as we talk about days of our lives, you saw that we had a 30-minute timer there. And at the end of it, we revealed to all that next week we're going to have Sherry Jimenez, who plays Gabby Hernandez on the channel next Sunday at probably around 10 a.m. So join us for that as we get down deep into the new Gabby.
So chances are, you guys, we'll let you know for sure. But chances are the 10th floor might be late next week.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it all works out.
Yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
We'll see how it all works out.
But we have to accommodate. We have to accommodate Sherry's.
Yeah. It might be 10 a.m., might be 11 a.m. We'll see exactly, but we'll keep you informed as to exactly what's going on here. But in 29 minutes and 10 seconds, we got more news to share with you.
We got more news.
Oh, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
We have more news.
So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. 29 minutes exactly. Ooh.
You click out. Don't click out longer than 29 minutes from now.
Well, I mean, and also we're live, so you can't fast forward. So you're stuck with us. You are stuck with us. So you look to the left, you see Elizabeth deep in conversation with Portia. You look to the right, you can see doctors running into Isaiah's room as he is woken up. Lucky, the first thing out of his mouth. Let's talk about it, Ma. Let's talk about Mr. Lucas Lorenzo Jr., right?
Lucas Lorenzo Spencer Jr. Absolutely, yes.
So he is clearly cheating at this card game, and Sidwell absolutely knows that he is, because there's no way that somebody wins every hand days on end.
Right. I don't think Sidwell is trying to figure. I think right now he's just trying to catch this, the slide. And he
Mm-hmm.
can't catch the slide.
Right. No, he's just waiting for the moment for Lucky to mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also is really enjoying it because I don't believe that this person is this dumb,
Oh
because
no, he's not. He's
he
enjoying the
steps
game.
away and he leaves all the cards with Lucky.
Oh yeah, he's enjoying the cat and mouse, the game,
Is
the the the
enjoying the
the
yeah,
banter, the will I won't I into your
yeah,
life.
yeah.
When it comes
Right
to it,
now, Lucky is a little source of
yeah,
entertainment for
he's
him.
he's he's the fun little prisoner that they have right now. He's keeping
Yeah,
him entertained when they're digging in this mine. This guy's just running a mine. It's not some sort of deep criminal syndicate. It's just an illegal digging operation.
it reminded me of, what is that? Remember that movie? What is that movie with the? It's got uh shoot, I don't remember now, but there's a movie about a mine and
Uh
stuff
huh.
that's going on there.
With The Rock.
No, not with
Oh,
the
okay.
rock.
Because there's this movie called The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott, who played Stifler in the American
Hmm.
Pie movies.
Hmm.
One of The Rock's earlier movies.
This has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It's a serious
Oh,
movie.
Like Blood Diamond? Is that what it is?
Yes,
Oh, well,
that's
there you
it.
go. Hey, there
That's
you
it.
go. We got to it,
That's
folks.
that's what it kind of reminded me of, even though I couldn't
Oh,
remember his name.
gosh.
Kind of remind me
Uh,
of that movie a little bit.
Lashen
That
is
dangerous,
here. Hi, Lashen.
dangerous there.
Chandra popped in to sneak away from her secret mission to deliver walking tacos and drinks for everyone. Mama Cat has some Diet Dr. Pepper and goodbye. I told you, folks. I told you she was going to sneak in here to try to give you imaginary Neverland food.
Yeah, I don't even require Dr. Pepper. You can buy some cheap old Dr. Thunder. I'll be happy.
Oh, Rufio, why don't you go suck on a dead dog's nose? Michelle, hi, Michelle. Michelle has a question for us. I have a question for you, Kat. How far are you from Matt?
Um, in miles, probably, I don't know, Matt, maybe 350, 400,
Something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
a good 6
By
hours.
car, it takes me about 6 hours to drive to Matthew's house.
Yeah, about 6 hours away.
And
Still in this
actually,
great state
and
of
like
Golden, California.
if once you get over the Grapevine, Burbank's not that far in after you exit the Grapevine.
Nah,
Like if I were driving to Anaheim and going to Disneyland or something,
it'd be an
I would
extra hour and
drive
a half.
another hour and a half to
Oh
two
yeah,
hours
easily.
past Matthew's home.
And most of that would be traffic.
Yeah, that's true. If you took the traffic away, you could probably get around to LA Basin a lot faster than
Very
you
much, very
currently
much
can
so.
because it's just gridlock all the time. But yeah, that's how far apart we are.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've said this before, the beauty of this podcast, well, there's several beautiful things about this podcast, but one of the perks of it is even though my other two children live close proximity. In fact, one of them lives with me now.
Yeah.
But my other two children are in very close proximity. But when it comes to spoken words, and I talk to Matt more than I do them. And if it
Hey, look
wasn't
at
for
me.
this podcast, that would not be the
Oh,
case.
definitely. I tell people all the time that there's no better excuse to call your mom every week than to do this podcast. So.
Exactly. So yeah, we're not talking about life, all that much. But
What is there to
as
talk
far as
about? I'm trying to make $1 and you're retired.
that's true, that's true. But just spoken words to one another. There are more with Matthew than the other two because of this podcast. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't have it any other way either. I really enjoyed it. I like talking to you about soaps, and I like doing it in front of all these people. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. Hello again. Once again, 10th Floor Podcast.
Podcast. Anyway, so yeah, Matt Sidwell's not so dumb.
No. Sidwell absolutely knows what's going on. And while we were talking, I want to say hello to Queen of the South and Stephanie and LaShun and Jen and everybody else who popped in to say hello. Laura, hi. Okay, yeah, Sidwell's no dum-dum. He's enjoying the game, the cat and mouse. Lucky knows what's going on too.
So my question, Matthew,
Yes.
my question, what do you think about this? Do you think Sidwell's got Holly's number too?
No, I think Holly has totally pulled the wool over his eyes, and that all started in Monte Carlo and those scenes that we saw. Actually, it might be a good idea, not this coming Thursday, but then one after that, to maybe do a revisit to Monte Carlo and see how the whole Sidwell situation began. Depending on where we are
Oh,
in the Lucky situation, hopefully it's still relevant.
well, I hope it is because I know, along with several others, I know other people must feel this way. I've seen I've seen Lucky play cards long enough.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's time for somebody to bust in, whether it be Laura and Kevin, whether it be Anna and Jason.
Well,
Somebody's got to bust in there.
I think they might all. This will be true General Hospital.
Hmm.
They will all find each other and they will all help Lucky together.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And it really, really, really came clear and was very apparent while I was watching this week. Whatever they have done with this magical pairing of Chris Van Etten and Elizabeth Cordy has blended all of these stories in this cast of General Hospital together in such a way where I am no longer watching my stories, but the events of a entire location, this corner of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching this whole corner just unfold, like kind of all together as one gelled unit of community and drama. Not
Mm-hmm.
everything is connected to each other, but while we
Mm-hmm.
have Mac and Cody and Sasha and them having a picnic at a murder site,
Which was so weird, wasn't it? We'll talk
and
about that later.
but then we transition to Mac getting a phone call and then moving on to arrest Alexis, who has been going through her own situation with her family and with Diane and with Sunny and all this other stuff throughout the
Mm-hmm.
week. So it's like this little C story about the Scorpios with this A story about what's going on when it comes to Alexis and the murder of Jagger.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little line that connected the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
One character that makes perfect logical sense. See, this man is the chief of detectives. Sure, he'll make this arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm totally here with it. I'm for it. It's like the web, that conspiracy web that people put
Mm-hmm.
together.
Uh-huh.
A cohesive, fun, logical story. And I love it on GH, man. We haven't had this like in the
How dare it
entire
make sense?
in the entire time we've been podcasting. We really haven't had such cohesion on the
Mm-hmm.
screen, and it has
Mm-hmm.
made for such an exciting experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy watching General Hospital, folks, and I hope that you are too.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to trying to get lapsed viewers, that phrase that a lot of social media runs with to make fun of
Mm-hmm.
General Hospital. Now's the chance. If you were a big fan of GH in the 80s and 90s, I think you'd be a big fan of what's going on right now.
Oh yes, it's throwback GH for sure.
Big time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
It is. It's throwback GH.
Cinda says, why doesn't the Q's have surveillance cameras for that big estate? Because it would ruin the drama.
Exactly.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice realism for plot to unfold. If they had cameras all over the estate, then Sonny would be in prison right now, and there'd be no story about Alexis and Kirstina and Molly and TJ and all of them. I hate to be super logical about it, but that's simply the reason.
And I wonder, I wonder that location there where, Sasha being the sweetheart she is, she wants the Scorpio family to just unite and be together. She
Yeah.
really does. She set them up a nice little, brunch, as she calls it.
Yes.
And with her quiche, and now, oh my gosh, little dude, James loves quiche.
He does.
But my question is this, you guys.
Sometimes you get a little hangry, Grandma.
This is my question. Did Sasha take a good hose and a scrub brush to that place? Because they might have had some blood still there.
I don't know if Sasha had to do that. I would imagine the Quartermaines have enough money to hire a crew, because there's cleanup companies out there that are hired to deal with the aftermath of unfortunate situations.
There is.
And so I would imagine the
There
Quartermaines
is.
probably have a company just on speed dial now.
But it did crack me up because not only is it the same location in which John Cates was just killed, but, very short time ago, but, the trauma for George James right there next to where he nearly drowned. God bless you. Isn't it interesting how YouTube will just cut those sneezes out?
Oh, I mute. I have a mute button on this microphone.
Oh, okay.
I felt it coming a while ago, and I'm like, is this a situation? Can I say Apple? And no, I knew it was going to be a big one.
Anyway, just shouldn't the little man have PTSD from
I
having had
mean,
a
I'm happy
niche
that
right there on top of
yes,
that spot where he nearly drowned?
yes, but I'm happy that he doesn't. Not everybody needs to be traumatized from their soap experiences. Uh,
I know, but I just find it comical.
it is. It's super funny. Just like the observation of the cameras. Continue to make those observations because they are fun to point at. Be like, hey, like in the real world, and then you move on, going, well, this isn't, and then you skip, move
Mhm,
on, and enjoy the ride that you're supposed to be taken on. Laura says James was so funny, and I agree with Laura.
mhm.
I mean, just being like, oh, you're hangry, Tracy. Like
Yep.
they,
He said that's what his mom calls it.
yeah, they've been kicking butt with James. Like when it comes to writing for a
Yep.
little kid, they've been doing a really good job with James recently.
Yep.
Just his his funny reactions to Tracy are always gold. And I know that people are going to grow tired of it as the kid gets older, but I'm here for it now. And also his funny innocence,
Hmm.
like the way that they're playing up his little, because he's a little kid, he doesn't know what's going on with adult relationships and dramas and interactions. He's looking at it through the kid's lens, and I think that they've really framed it well with him, and they've it's good to have the lighthearted moments of GH, because everything else is so dang heavy. Okay. Okay. All right, so the chat says, I don't want to see Anna Devane and Jason Morgan in a relationship. He used to date her daughter, Robin Scorpio. Well, I guess these things happen. Olivia hired Sasha, Olivia and Ned hired Cody. Tracy had no right to blast them, says Sindus. And you know what? You're right, Sindus. I think that Tracy feels an ownership of the Quartermaines, even though it's Monica's house because Alan gave it to her. Even though none of the Quartermaines are CEO of ELQ right now, I don't think. Isn't it still Valentine?
Yeah, it's kind of unclear who CEO right now is, right?
I'm really not sure who's running ELQ. Maybe it's Ned
It's a
for all I know.
well-oiled machine.
But it's not Tracy. That's the whole point.
Oh
So
gosh.
so Tracy's running around, as if she has some sort of authority beyond being just Edward's daughter. But
Hmm.
no, she doesn't hold any sway over the staff. She doesn't own the house. She's not running the company. She's just a Quartermaine and is Tracying up as Tracy does.
Yeah. But even at her shenanigans this week of being so nasty,
Hmm.
turned it around at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Filled out.
some people are starting to observe, and I'm starting to agree, especially with this week, that Tracy might be more interested in Cody than she's comfortable being, and that might be why she's particularly nasty to the help sometimes.
You mean that? You
She might
mean
be
that
digging Cody.
Trace? So she thinks she wants to saddle up with more than one way?
Maybe it's entirely possible. I mean, she's being like, "Hey, Sasha, do you really want to? I mean, Cody, And then also
Yeah.
like their conversations that they have is always very like nasty, nasty, nasty. Oh well, now I'm coming around.
Mm.
Like, maybe
Well,
maybe she's digging
maybe
Cody more than she's comfortable with.
maybe I don't.
Well, I don't think anybody likes it. I think Tracy needs another distinguished man like Gregory. It's unfortunate that we lost Gregory because he was a great pairing for her.
Oh, he was great with her, wasn't he?
He
He
absolutely
was.
was. Like if the strike
Was.
writers didn't decide on the disease that he had and they went in another direction, it would have been wonderful to have
Yeah.
Gregory still with us.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have. It would have. But yeah, they were a good pairing. They were. But I
Yeah.
just can't imagine Tracy staying like that nice for.
No, I mean it wouldn't. I mean she wouldn't. I mean she wasn't necessarily really very nice even while.
No.
No, she was nice with him. Like she was open with him and very honest with him. She found ways to maybe not be so nasty in her daily life. But
Hmm.
me and
Hmm.
Tracy really never went away.
No, no, no. Me and Tracy didn't really go away. No,
No.
she didn't.
Kelly says, crap, I'm late. It's okay, Kelly, you're here. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah,
We've only talked about a little bit of stuff, and as we do, we've already jumped off of 3 topics.
we were a little bit late as
Yeah,
usual.
we were super late ourselves. And there's still 13 minutes and 25 seconds until we get to our second announcement today. If you were
See,
with
and
us
it
at
just
9 a.m. like Kelly was, you would know that Sherry Jimenez is joining us next Sunday, probably at around 10 a.m. She plays Gabby Hernandez on Days of Our Lives. New Gabby. And she's going to be joining us live right here on this channel next week, probably at around 10 a.m. It might delay 10th Floor a little bit, but we'll still do 10th Floor podcast next Sunday at some point. Absolutely, we'll do that.
Might be a little bit later in the afternoon, that's all.
We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out and works out.
Yep.
Well, so in 12 minutes and 51 seconds. And Kelly with another donation. Didn't you do one earlier today?
We'll take it, Kelly. Thank you.
I mean, we're going to take it. Thank you very much, Kelly. Late for the GH party. We're getting another super chat. Don't let Kelly do it alone, folks. She can't float the podcast all on her own. Help her out. But we love your generosity, Kelly. Thank you so much for being so generous every single week right here live on the 10th floor.
Thank you.
And it really was people like you, Kelly, and Keisha, our very first subscriber on YouTube, Jeannie and Chandra, our moderator, Cheryl, moderator as well, and everybody else that joins us every week, Stephanie, Lara, Michelle, and so on, LaShun, Queen of the South, so on and so forth, Carolyn, all of you people, thank you so much. We wouldn't have been doing it this long, I don't think, if it wasn't for you. I feel like my Sundays would have been overtaken by work and other focus and just getting lost in the LA rat race if it wasn't for the added benefit of the live chat as well.
It's true. That's true.
It would be very easy. It would be so easy. So thanks for keeping me anchored, everybody, Mom and everybody.
I would miss it so much. My gosh.
I know. I'm glad that we're still here doing it, huh? So it was suggested in the chat that Ned, Drew, and Michael are currently running ELQ, which would make sense because it's not like Valentine is sending emails right now. He's on the run.
He's got it. He's not even using his name currently, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got another identity and everything.
Exactly. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, okay. So Kelly's just giving it per show is what it is. Not per week. So thanks, Kelly. I'm doing a Zoom later today, Kelly says, with Bradford and Kirsten Storms. Super excited.
Oh, that's a cool one. That's awesome.
That is a good one. Shoot. Can you send me your ticket and I want to go instead of you? No, that's a good one. Spixie 2.0, they're a lot of fun. I wish that they had more time together.
Me too.
But they're not bringing in Bradford for stuff. Not regularly.
No, not all the time. That's for sure.
Well, Maxi Look Watch 2024. What do you think of her super white platinum hair?
I like it, but I'm so used to when Kirsten is blonde.
Yeah.
I'm so used to her having a dark shadow root.
Yeah.
And that's not there right now. She's she's platinum all the way to the roots. It's very different, but Kirsten is on a you can see. We see it every week. She's on a journey of, a little more
rebound.
Yeah,
rebound.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
And she looks absolutely stunning.
She sure does. She looks better every single week. Also, John J. York. And
she looks. It's hard. Of course, we don't know her.
No, we've never. I don't think we've even met her.
No,
not even at
we've
a
never
convention.
met her. She's never been at an event we were at.
Yeah.
But every week, not only do I think she physically looks better, but I see maybe a little rejuvenation in her spirit as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome when it translates through the screen. And while we're talking about it, John J. York also looks like he didn't even miss any time.
Right, he looks great.
I feel like he could go to the Olympics and be a gymnast in 4 years.
Looks great.
He looks just so great. And I love seeing Mac. I think that they've been utilizing Mac, who's a very limited character. He's like fourth tier when it comes.
Sure, Mac hasn't had a big front burning storyline in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's no hate against Mac. It's not like he doesn't have any history, and John J. York isn't amazing. But as it stands right now, Mac is, he's pretty low level character. He's not utilized for very much. But what they have been using him for lately, since his return to the canvas, I think has been great. I think his stuff with Cody has been super enjoyable. I think it's been heartwarming. I'm looking forward to seeing what the drama is going to become. Because right now we're in Happy Land, and that's not going to last. We all know. So I'm curious to see.
Happy Land can't last long.
No, I'm curious to see. Now is this Happy Land because now we really are going to see maybe a departure or two of some of these characters that have been low impact,
Mm-hmm.
but they get sent off into the sunset with a smile rather than some sort of travesty.
Yeah. You know what could happen when it comes to Mac and Cody,
Mm-hmm.
even though right now they're doing so well.
Yeah.
And he's actually like being fatherly, he's
Mm-hmm.
actually really being fatherly with her.
Yeah.
Um, I'm afraid that Holly's gonna swoop into town and stir that pot and step away. See what's going on? She might.
Holly and Mac?
Holly could just mess up Mac and
Oh.
Cody.
Oh, just
She
by being
knows
Holly. Oh,
Holly
because
knows that
because
that necklace is not melted down.
gotcha, because she was involved in the original Ice Princess thing, which he was trying to inherit, and this, that, and the other stuff. So yeah,
Right.
she could cause a problem. I mean, she is coming. I feel like they're gonna bust in, grab Lucky, and go, Holly, you're here too.
I
And
think so.
then they'll have to, maybe that's when she gets brought into the fold. Because right now she's like, I'm here for the diamond money. Like
I
I'm not
know.
getting you out.
Uh, and shit was Holly was true to form too.
Yeah,
When Lucky was saying, "Let's get out of here.
yeah.
Let's get out of here."
No,
She's like,
actually, I've been making more money than I ever have doing these gifts, and I'm going to stay. Do you
well,
want in?
you look son, you'll be fine. You look son.
Exactly right. What I mean, and what a total opposite take from Anna. And this is going to mean something. Okay, this is going to mean something. I don't think that they, in this week alone, we had Holly saying, you're fine, you're Luke's son, and Anna going, this is Luke's son. He was there for me every single time with Robin. I'm going to be there for him, even though he's passed on, to be there for
Yes,
Lucky. Completely
I'm doing this for
100%
Luke.
opposites. On top of that, too, these are both of Robert's most prominent and loved relationships,
Exactly.
Anna
And
and
the two
Holly.
women are not in love with each other at all.
So this is going to, I think, become a pretty prominent conflict enforced with, you know what? No, never mind, because that was all baloney. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It is.
Yeah. Something came through, but then it was proven to be false. There was a lot of false spoilers that was released out there. So,
Mhm.
folks, if you read any Soap Opera Digest fall spoilers for the soaps, I don't think that those were accurate. I think somebody was just having some fun with Photoshop.
Oh, it wasn't on Soap Opera Digest
No. As it turns out, it was
because
just
Soap
something
Opera
somebody made.
Digest usually Soap Opera Digest is they
Yeah.
don't they don't they don't really put out rumors.
No. They'll put out confirmed information in press releases, but this year they didn't do a fall preview, not one that we've seen yet, at least. So anything that you've seen out there with the SOD logo and branding and all of that, that's all hooey. It's all
Hooey
hooey.
Balooey.
It's hooey. Don't trust it. But I think that we're going to. But I do think that we're going to be getting some really prominent Anna stuff coming forward. I think that by the end of this little adventure, she might be thinking about Jason in a way that she hadn't thought about before, which I know might be controversial because he used to be with Robin. But Robin hasn't been on the show in forever, so let's just forget about her.
Exactly. And if
and when it comes down to, I mean, we're talking about
Donnie had a baby with Sam.
all of that stuff, it's not, this is old treaded soap territory before.
Exactly.
So it's really not even worth, in my opinion, any sort of deep discourse. Other than whether or not you just like the idea of Anna and Jason, or at least them flirting with the idea of Anna and Jason. Because I think that we're going to get a lot of flirting with the ideas of Brennan and Carly, a lot of flirting with the ideas of Jason and Anna. But when it comes time for Jason and Carly to pull the trigger on those relationships, they're not going to be able to do it. I think that's where we're going. That's how I would do it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, I go with the flow.
Of course.
I always go with the flow. However, I'm not excited about it, Anna and Jason pairing. I'm all for a facade for some kind of gain, but as an actual, dreamingly looking, no, thank you, no, thank you.
I mean, but then Valentine might be on the way back too. I'm just kind of expecting some complicated love dynamics from this group.
I think so too. And I when Anna was sitting on that plane, I said, "Well, that seat right next to her is for Jason, for sure. That seat next to her for Jason."
And it sure was.
And I felt the same way. I got that kind of feeling as well as as he enters the plane and says something to her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought,
It was a little romantic
it's
comedy
going to
like,
be
wasn't
some
it?
togetherness right here. There's going to be some togetherness, some capers together.
Some sort of at least a bonding in a more close way than they ever have before.
Yes.
So we'll see if we go there.
If nothing else, he will, because of this, be somehow convinced to maybe doing some things for Brennan.
Yeah. Continuing to be pulled into the side of law and order rather than criminality. Chandra sneaks back to drop us some chips and guacamole for the gang. Thank you very much, Chandra. Chandra, please try to come back in 2 minutes and 34 seconds because you want to hear this announcement.
Oh, yeah, you
You
do.
do. I'm okay with
Oh,
Anna
yeah,
and
you do.
Jason for the short term, says Jeannie. So it's kind of maybe more along the lines of what you're saying, even if they take it a little more seriously than you're willing to accept. But mostly, though, the chat is not interested in seeing Anna and Jason. Even with Finola Hughes and Steve Burton, two daytime legends, been able to play a little story with each other they haven't before. Trying to dangle some sort of positivity out there for you.
I mean, like I said, I go with the flow, but I don't. I want it to be a facade.
Mm-hmm.
If they go down that road.
Chandra says she'll be back. Okay. Jeannie wants Jarly. Cinda says Jason and Anna will be in a crisis situation when they're searching for Lucky. So temporary bonding is understandable. But once we're out of that mess, Anna will go right back to her horrid conduct. Oh, Cindis, I
That's
love it.
funny.
Hey, Medora.
Yeah, I agree with
Uh,
you. She does have horrid conduct right now. Anna is not behaving Anna-like right
no,
now to me.
no. Anna's gone through a
Being led
shift.
by her heart way too much.
After the Peter situation, Anna's gone through a shift.
She has. She has.
Yeah.
You know, um, the whole Valentine thing. Anna from years ago would not have done that.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have let him go. I don't think she would have let him go.
No.
And it's backfiring on her so much because anytime that she talks about being upstanding and doing the right thing, people are throwing that in her face all the time.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Totally.
Throw it in her face. You let Valentine go.
Well, I
Let
need to
Valentine
find
go.
him now. Why? Why do you
Gave
need to
him
find
time.
him? Why do you need to find him? You need to find him because you love him, don't you? Right? That's what Robert said
Yep.
last week.
Yep.
30
Last
seconds,
week.
Mom. 30 seconds to the big
30
announcement.
seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Now 25.
21. I just hope that the story improves Anna's point of view. I'm not into how they changed her, says Laura. See, there you go. Laura, I appreciate your point of view. I appreciate how you're watching the show. You're not saying, why are they writing her like this? You're taking it as a real development of the character and saying that you're not enjoying the current life path that she's on. And I think that makes watching soaps a lot more fun than trying to figure out, oh God.
I agree. I agree because right now, this is the part I don't like about it. They're writing Anna dumb.
Yeah, they've been
That's what
writing
I
Anna
don't like
dumb.
about it.
Well, that
Anna's
shrill
not
alarm, folks, that pierced my ears and I'm sure yours. But not Mom's because she doesn't hear my sound.
But it's funny because my Alexa's just ding donged at the same time,
Oh, that's so funny.
trying to tell me a notification.
Well, folks, we
That's funny.
you sat with us for half an hour, which means that we've got a lot more show to go still. But it's time for the announcement. We have another announcement. Not only next week is Sherry Jimenez going to join us next Sunday, but before Sunday, this coming Thursday. That is
only 4 days from now.
Only 4 days from now. That is Thursday, September 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Right here live on the 10th Floor Podcast channel here on YouTube. We are going to be sitting down with Jeff Kober. Finally!
Cyrus is coming!
Finally, after all of this time, we were able to rope Jeff Kober in. We were able to convince him to come and join us for our antics here on the 10th floor. And it's going to be coming this Thursday at 5 p.m. That's usually around the same time slot that we were doing the skinny dips when we had something to talk about. So join us then Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, right here live on the 10th floor. We're going to have Jeff Kober. So Jeff Kober's going to be here on Thursday, and then that Sunday after that, probably at around 10 a.m., we're going to have Sherry Jimenez. So
Yep.
super exciting. This is the get of the century for us here on the 10th floor. You know how much we love Cyrus Renaud.
Yes,
And
we
I've
do.
been a fan of Jeff Kober since forever ago when he was on Star Trek Voyager one time. And I just remembered him so well that as soon as his face showed up on General Hospital, I'm like, oh my God, that's that one alien from Star Trek I liked so much.
And when I first saw him, I didn't remember the character's name, but I was like, oh, there's that's the political SOB from Sons of Anarchy.
Right. So I'm sure on top of talking about Cyrus and General Hospital, we will broach the topic of putting on all of that crap on his face to play Star Trek alien and being just being an SOB no matter where he goes on television.
So we are so excited.
But yeah, this is super exciting. I'm sure I'm just gonna be a giddy boy through the whole thing, and it's gonna be awful, weird, uneven conversation. But we're gonna have him here, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
We are so excited. So excited.
So yes, that will be 8 p.m. Eastern, Carolyn. So 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. for those over in St. Edward's Island, Prince
Yeah,
Edward's
over
Island.
there for Kelly.
And Chandra screams, Jeff Kober! And Chandra is
Yep.
swooning. So awesome. Hopefully you're able to join us live as well. So Rochelle says, awesome, get Matt. Congrats. Yeah, that's my birthday present from us. Oh, well, happy
Aw,
birthday, Medora.
that's awesome.
How nice for you. Oh, that's awesome. Woohoo, yes. All right, cool, everybody. Thank you very much for your
Speaking of birthday,
celebrations.
speaking of birthdays, today is my grandson's birthday. My oldest grandchild, he's 11 today, double hockey sticks.
Oh my gosh. Well, happy birthday to eldest grandchild, my first nibbling, my only nephew. Biologically related to me, at least.
And my only grandson.
I've got
Biologically related.
a nephew through spirit that graduated high school recently, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an old man. He's an old man. Smelling salts for Chandra, please, because she fainted.
I know, isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting?
Okay.
You know, we've Matthew and I have had an opportunity now to meet a few of our actors on the shows, and it's always been so much fun. But Matthew's always pretty cool as a cucumber. We try to be, right, even though we're like all giddy inside. But Matthew, when he met Jeff Kober, he could not, contain it. He fanboyed for a minute.
I did. He was walking up and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to come talk to us. Oh my God, he's going to come. And we talked to him on the red carpet and it was amazing. And I got to tell him about my Hannibal Lecter stuff that I've been talking about for so long. And he was like, I like that idea. And then he walked away and it was wonderful and it was amazing. And we're going to get more than 2 minutes with Jeff Kober. We're going to get at least half an hour, if not more. We'll see how the conversation goes.
Yep.
But Jeff is a great guy, says Carolyn. When I Zoomed with him and Roger, I'm sure, I mean, he's been super pleasant in the conversation on the Insta, but he's busy, so it's been slow.
So that's why he's not going to be on Sunday mornings, you guys. He does do some. His Sunday mornings are busy.
Yeah, classes
with
and
other commitments.
meditations and spiritualism and Zen natures and everything that is the antithesis of Cyrus Renaud.
And I'm sure we're going to talk about that a little bit too.
Oh yeah. So hopefully you can join us. So enough of the excitement on that. We can get back to it. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Janet. That's fantastic news. Your channel's really getting star power. Hey, it's because of people like you folks. We had a major jump in subscriptions recently. We passed another 100 mark recently, and that's been super fun. We are ever closer to getting to that golden 4 digits here when it comes to subscriptions. And
on YouTube, that's a big deal.
Oh yes, I mean, for the fact that we made it this far is pretty great, especially since what we talk about is so limited in scope. It's so niche. We talk about soap operas, and when it comes down to it, the available audience for a soap opera is even smaller online because y'all ain't on the internet. So,
but it also has something to say for Matthew and I's persistence.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this over this is our 5th season, so we've been doing this now over 4
Yeah,
years.
we've been doing this a long time now, and
So we've been persistent,
also
and
over.
it's went by pretty quickly
Oh, it has
because
been.
we enjoy doing it so much.
Yeah,
It's not a
I
pain
try
in
not.
our rear at all. So we've been happy to do it but if persistence and just keep on plugging on,
It's
don't give
helpful.
up,
It's helpful. And recently over
right?
on the Twitter, we passed 1,400 followers on that. So thank you everybody for following us on the Twitter. If you haven't done that, 10th floor GH, do that. Okay. Let's try to refocus. Let's get out of the real world and back into the
Shake it off.
fantasy of Port Charles. Oh, LaShawn wants to know, how old is Danny, Morgan, and Rocco? I would say maybe 15. Maybe
Yeah,
not quite driving yet, but almost.
I think they're freshmen in high school.
Yeah, okay. Kind of maybe, around the same, roundabouts the same as Aiden.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm happy and excited for you. All right, get back to your duties, Chandra. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Actually, Chandra, if you can tune in at 5 o'clock on Thursday, that'd be great.
Oh, she already says, see you Thursday.
Oh,
Okay.
yay!
All right. Okay. All right. So I think that answers the question. It's like 15 or so. I mean, mid-teens, not high school age, early high school age, without solidly saying any particular numbers so they can just kind of go in whatever direction they want, however the story leads. I thought Jake would be back by now, so I guess that kid really is gone.
Yeah, it's maybe Hudson West is really gone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it seems that way. So there's that.
It seems that way, huh?
So there's that. I guess
So
paving the way for Lucky and Aiden, I guess, because I mean that was one of Elizabeth's concern, was that Lucky was going to come back and walk away again, leaving Aiden oh so disappointed once more.
she did say that. She was afraid he was going to come to town, help a sister, and split.
Yeah.
That was her concern.
Mm-hmm.
And leave Aiden
Abandoned once more.
abandoned again. And now that he's older, would be more psychologically affected by it.
Right. And well, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to stick around town.
I think he's going to stick around town too. And I said it last week, I love the way they're writing Lucky. I want him to be little Luke.
He is little
I want
Luke.
him to have an adventurous spirit. Like I want him to be fearless. I love it all. And when they wake up his sister, which is right around the corner, you know what? I think she's going to be throwback Lulu too.
Oh, there's no reason to do this right now if it wasn't going to be a little Spitfire Lulu. Thank you very much, Carolyn, for your donation to the super chat.
I can't wait for Cupcake Spencer to return.
Super kind of you, Carolyn, for your generous contribution to the super chat. I'm not sure, but with all of the generosity that we've received over the last couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure that we are once again very close to the payout threshold. So that's awesome, because in about a week, I'll be getting what you guys donated last month. And if we're able to cross that threshold today or next week, then we should be able to get another payout at the end of October, and seeing how that can continue to upgrade and enhance the podcast if we're able to get there. So thank you so much once again for everybody's kind and generous and continuous donations to the 10th floor. Spitfire Lulu's totally waking up, and we have, I think it's confirmed as confirmed can get when it comes to who we've got playing Lulu. If you don't want to know, put your fingers in your ears right now. But yeah, Alexa Havens.
We keep on saying Alexa, so she keeps on waking up next to me. Alexa, go to sleep.
Who played Babe on All My Children. The first Babe, not the second Babe, right?
Yeah, the first Babe.
The first Babe.
Yes.
So the one that went into the hug, not the one that came out of it.
Exactly.
Yes, the original Babe, the OG Babe. Taking on the role of Lulu Spencer. I don't know if it's a big return to daytime, but it's a big return to daytime for me, because I haven't seen her since All My Children.
I've not heard of her being on a different show. I haven't.
Let us know, folks, if she was on a Bold or a Guiding Light or something, that before it got canceled.
Something we weren't watching.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't recall. At least there's nothing that I've seen that she's been doing daytime wise. So that's exciting to see. I think that it's been so long that it would be pretty easy to accept her as Lulu without any sort of like, well, that's Babe, attached.
Oh, I think so.
Especially if she doesn't do a Southern.
Well, yeah. But you know what, though? I know that doesn't fit the character, but I would love it if she would call Laura Mama.
It's too close. We can't do it. We can't do
You
it.
can't, but because Babe called Crystal Mama.
I know.
Uh, but no, I don't think Lulu's going to call Laura Mama, but I would like it. I
Nah,
slipped just one time.
Mama. I think you're just gonna have to settle for Marty Gray.
I think so.
My mama and a hummingbird cake. I hope he comes back for the Spencer fun.
I hope so too.
Because
I hope so
he's
too.
involved. I want them to meet their uncle Marty.
Mm.
Because he's
I want Crystal to come to town and just create a hoot nanny.
you just want Crystal back. I'm like, not the
Of
you want
Crystal.
Crystal the character. I know you do.
Actually, if you want to go way back in our archives, there we do have a Christmas special
Oh
where I'm
yeah.
actually Crystal.
Yeah, you dressed up as Crystal and you did a little opening monologue, and then my internet died and we weren't able to finish it, but it's still there.
Yep.
But that part of it is still up and it's still there. Oh my gosh. Is Lucky still a cop at the PD? No, no, no. He's an independent adventurer.
He's a mercenary, isn't he?
I mean, without saying the word exactly, yeah, yeah. They haven't said, well, I'm a mercenary, because I think that carries with it a bit of a negative connotation that they're not trying to put onto Lucky. But he's an independent adventurer. People pay him to do things like smuggle himself into the illegal diamond mine that Sidwell is running, to bust it up, shut it down, gather evidence, do something in order to end that.
I think it's like this is the way they're painting it to me,
Mhm.
is that he is a humanitarian
Yeah.
person that's trying to preserve life
Hmm.
and make sure people are not being abused,
Yeah.
starved, annihilated,
Yeah.
treated, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
get
He's a Green
themselves somehow.
Beret for Greenpeace.
Exactly. And so, and Isaiah the doctor too.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
So,
though he self-proclaimed this week the best doctor alive.
well, so when Dr. Isaiah Gannon, who was our cover guy this week, when Dr. Isaiah Gannon was revealed to be three things. One, Lucky's best good friend.
Yep.
Two, a Gannon, presumably connected to the One Life to Live family. Because there's no reason for it to not be connected to the One Life to Live family. We talked about it last week with a little bit more detail. Check that out if you didn't listen. And number three is he's the best doctor alive. This man's sticking around. This man's major permanent cast member.
I think so too.
This guy's going to be here for a year.
And as I said a couple of weeks ago and last week, that I was thinking he was hunky enough for Trina. That's not where they're showing him. That's not where they're pointing him. They're pointing him with Jordan.
So last week in the chat, and I don't think I read it out loud, they said that they made a point. Like Jason was like when he called in the ambulance, it's like, oh, there's a guy here. He's in his early 30s. Like they kind of really established. So while a little young for Jordan, technically, when it comes to look side by side, face to face, they definitely match and gel. And actually, at this point, I'm not sure that Jordan is the anomaly in the whole TJ thing. I think TJ is the anomaly in the Jordan thing. I think TJ's too old.
Okay. Yeah. And and even though he doesn't look what I'd say older, but I think Taj looks more mature than he did 5 years ago on the show.
Oh yeah, I mean I think he went from late 20s to early 30s himself.
Yeah.
Over the course of the 5 years.
Yeah.
And if anybody enjoys weightlifting and biceps, boy oh boy, did we have a scene for you this week on General Hospital.
I thought about you, Matt, because he was looking so nice, wasn't he?
I mean,
and I know you appreciate Taj Bello.
I appreciate Taj Bello, but here's the thing, and this isn't a criticism. Be healthy, lift, be as large as you want. But when it comes to my own personal aesthetic that I enjoy, he has surpassed. He's gotten too large. This is good. He's a quarter of the size larger than he was in this picture now, though. And it's just too much. It's just too much for me. It makes me think of Triple H on steroids. Not that he's on them. Don't take that as me saying anything.
There's no way that young man's on steroids.
No, he just has time and has great genetics.
There's no way. And I tell you the reason why. His skin is absolutely flawless and gorgeous. He's
Look at
got the
you.
most beautiful skin. Oh my gosh,
My
he's pretty.
goodness gracious, mother. Having the hots for one, Mr. Taj Bello as TJ.
Well, he looked kind of good.
So if
He
you
looked
like, yeah,
pretty
so
good.
we got to see the wellness center, the Aurora Wellness Center. So I guess we have a
Yes,
new
we
gym
did.
set. I don't know what's happening to Gian Betty's. I don't know if that's closed down. I don't know if we're just only going to do boxing there. But when it comes to
Mm.
just getting your lift on, the
Yep.
Aurora Fitness Center, Wellness Center, I believe is what they call it, is
Isn't
the
it
place to be.
so? This is and it made me think of this too because it's just silly. So that wellness center is lickety split up and running. Boom, boom. Boy,
Ba-boom.
Kirstina Center can't do that. It's still putting in
Well,
the plumbing over there.
there's delays, and distractions, and babies, and Alexis has been arrested, and we'll get to that in a minute. Taj is not 30 yet, says David. TJ is 28, says, all right, I'll take the correction. Then he went from early 20s to late 20s, and with that comes a little bit of maturity.
He does look different.
And
Like I
David
said, he
confirms he's
doesn't
natural,
look
yeah.
older, but he doesn't. He does look just more, I don't know, mature.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a doctor. He should look mature, right? You gotta have a mature presence about you in order to be trusted.
Mhm.
You can't have like some 19-year-old Doogie Howser falling into the room being like, "Something's wrong with you." Like you're not gonna trust that. You need the beefcake. You need the hunky doc. You need,
You
hi,
do.
I'm Dr. Ashford, and you're like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
but
please,
you know
yes,
what?
examine me. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Isaiah going to be a hunky doctor too,
Uh, Isaiah said that
right?
the bad guy calls his girlfriend English, says Kelly. Yes. Yeah, he's gonna
Yes,
get
I
all
love
cleaned
that.
up. He's gonna get all cleaned up. He's gonna get all healed. He's gonna put some
Hmm.
real clothes on. He's gonna take a bath. He's gonna walk in like some sort of form-fitting sweater. Because it'll be, it's September now, so by the time he's out of the bed, it'll start to get cold in Port Charles for the fall. So he'll have some sort of, maybe a turtleneck. And he'll walk into the Metrocourt restaurant. And Jordan's going to be like, holy smokes, look at that hunk.
I think so.
I remember him when he was beat up in a bed and I saved his life. Come have a drink with me as we talk about the fact that I beat this man up in the stairwell.
And she going to say, Brick who? Brick who?
Rick who?
I don't know who's that.
Oh yeah, no, I was just having fun with that. I was just getting him to buy me a drink. That's
Exactly.
all it really was. Dr. Isaiah, though, what are you doing later?
Exactly.
How old is Dr. Isaiah Gannon? I wonder, Lachette. I don't think they said an exact age, but early 30s is what Jason had described him.
That's how Jason described him as the individual he found run over.
Right. Jason and Jordan knew exactly who he meant. Like when he said
But with
Lucky.
English? I didn't
Oh yes,
think so.
English. I don't know. Maybe.
I didn't really think so. He said it in front of Carly, and I don't necessarily. I think that Carly might be able to figure that out. But if they had said English, he calls her English in front of like one of the Scorpios
Mm-hmm.
or Anna,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been more obvious to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is this a Holly nickname? Like people refer to her as English
That
before?
yes,
Okay.
that's what Luke used to call her.
Got it. Okay, so she's then kind of maybe using a little Luke code just in case anybody kind of hears what's going on. They'll know that she's there. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
neat. I like that little detail.
Just how he used to call Sky
Mm-hmm.
Blaze.
Blaze and yeah, Caroline, all kinds of different nicknames for
Yes,
people.
he always had little cutie names for
That
people.
would be a great trait for Lucky to pick up. I
Mhm.
mean, we don't need to have him be a Luke carbon copy, but maybe a nickname here or there. Those are always fun.
Oh, Easter eggs. I love the Easter eggs.
Little one of them.
For Lucky.
Little ones.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, oh, Carly, not Jordan. Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, Carly might be able to. I don't know, because Carly is now a matriarch of the Spencer clan.
Yes, and
Laura's not. All right, folks. I understand that Laura has been aligned with the Spencers and has been lumped with the Spencers for a very long time, but she's not a Spencer herself. She has Spencer children.
No.
So she's gray, she's Vining, she's whatever you want to attribute to it. Right now she's Collins. Her kids are Spencers, but she's not. So when it comes to the head of the family right now, Carly.
It's Carly, and she's internally feeling that as well.
Yeah, it's like waking up without Bobby there and hearing this thing about Lulu and this, that, and the other stuff. It's like she's stepping into probably what she feels Bobby would be doing in these situations had she still been around.
And I think she actually said that,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, when it comes, I mean, I wish I could quote the show better and know when it's my own independent thought or when it's just what the show said.
Really, I don't remember things exactly word for word very well either, you know. I think
Hmm.
I paraphrase a little
Uh-huh.
bit.
Lucky was cowboy, Sky was Blaze, Holly was English,
And Lulu was Cupcake.
and Lulu was Cupcake. Okay, all right, all right.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, that's really sweet. That really is sweet. Off topic, Matt
Yes.
Galen just posted on his Instagram his family went to a Green Day Smashing Pumpkin concert last night. We were wondering because Rafe over on Days of Our Lives was in a coma for several weeks, and we were wondering what the actor Galen Gehring was up to during the time.
Mhm.
So, but not up to it. It was 6 months ago. So I guess he was skiing, is what Professor Angela had sussed out. Um, Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins. How nice. It's fun to kind of peel back the curtain and see what some of these actors do with their free time. That's one of the benefits and the joys of Instagram is kind of seeing where we're playing music, where are we traveling to, what are we up to, how is our family growing, what sort of party did we do. It's a
Mhm.
lot of fun to see sometimes.
Mhm.
Carly didn't look that comfortable as the matriarch. Was that just me? Wonders Laura. I'm not so sure. I think that she's got a lot of practice being matriarchally, but this is a branch of the family that she hasn't interacted with in a while.
Right. Right. Hmm.
Hmm.
And I, even though, it does feel a little bit weird, but I think they tried to explain it with this matriarch, with the arc of her saying that. I think
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to explain it, but in the past, um, especially in the last few years that Lulu was on, um, Carly and Lulu weren't attached at the hip.
No, they. I understand that they have an extensive history. They've been family. They've been rivals. They've been supporters and not supporters, and
Mhm.
this, that, and the other stuff throughout time. I think we broached on it a little bit a couple of
Mhm.
weeks ago when it comes to
Mhm.
Dante being paid off and this, that, and the other stuff. So it's not totally alien. It's just hasn't been. It's just not been a while. She's been so wrapped up with the Corinthoses and Quartermaines the entire time that we've been doing this podcast.
Now, if you kick it back, you kick it all the way back to Julie Berman
Mm-hmm.
portraying Lulu. There was more Carly Lulu shenanigans
Mm-hmm.
and more of the same kind of characteristics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when, after Lulu had babies, they toned her down so much. And
Right.
that's actually, I think in soap operas, very much with the women characters,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to write adventure and, you know, uh,
Being a parent.
yeah, after they make you a mother, it's hard to do both ways. I think that was part of what changed the character of Sam so much.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, before she had children, was adventurous, you know
Yeah. Just adventure
tough
lady.
girl,
Oh yeah.
came in as a con artist,
Mm-hmm.
but after they had Samantha have children, well, you kind of have to calm down the character a little bit. You have to. um
Won't somebody think of the
Unfortunately,
children?
unfortunately, because if you don't, you're going to wind up being Felicia.
Yeah, right. You're just be known as a deadbeat. They even sort of
Exactly.
accused Lucky. They didn't say Lucky as a deadbeat, but Elizabeth did say I prevented him from having a closer relationship with his son because he's never
Even though
around.
we were zooming, even though we were calling, they mentioned that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, but it's not the same as being a face to face parent that's able to take you to the ball game on a Saturday. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So all of this is real. There's appreciation in here from Sandra saying that that it's been the latest writing switch has definitely been framing up the storylines that incorporate a little bit more history into it, which hopefully long-term fans enjoy and are happy about.
That's Elizabeth right there.
Yeah, Elizabeth Cordy. Yeah, all those people saying, "Oh, where's the story?" Well, there she is. You know what, folks? I'm going to say something controversial right here and right now, and I think I said it a couple of weeks ago too. There was a problem in the writers' room, it seemed. And then we made a writer switch and somebody left entirely. And this is the result.
Hmm.
Who
And
might have
probably
actually been the problem, folks?
so, maybe when they tried to redirect the ship the last time, they redirected it in the wrong way, and now they corrected their course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally into it. I'm totally into it. I don't find the major criticisms to be accurate. I think that, a lot of them is exaggerated for social media.
Hmm.
Just like over in Days of Our Lives, people are like, "Oh my God, home and excuse me, the fake soap that they do."
Hmm. Yeah,
Day,
heart and
yeah,
soul.
Heart and Soul. There we go. Wrong show. I can't even think about it. Right. Um, Heart and Soul is taking over Days of Our Lives. It's so stupid and I hate it. And it's like on for 30 minutes a week. Like it's such a drop in the bucket of Days of Our Lives, and people are like, "Ah, it
Hmm.
sucks."
Hmm.
Same thing over with like, why is Carly inserted into everything? For the exact reasons we just explained. Bobby ain't there no more.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna
yeah.
be Laura. She's not a Spencer.
Hmm.
Who's it gonna be? Michael? Michael's too busy
And,
covering
and
up
you
for
know,
Kirstina.
and I think this is true to life, you guys. I think this is true to life. My mother was a matriarch of our family.
Mm-hmm.
She's passed away now, and guess who it is now?
Is you, Mama?
It's me.
Is you? Is you? You're the one making the mashed potatoes and Jello.
Yep.
Spanky. Tracy was called Spanky by Luke, by the way. And he
Oh,
called Ethan
I don't remember
Dodge.
that, but
Apparently, Ethan was called Dodge, and he called Laura Angel.
yeah, he did. He did. He did have. Yeah, I love that they're writing him as, and I don't want him to be a carbon copy of Luke either.
No, no, no.
But do I want him to feel like a real Spencer? Oh, yes, I do. And do I want Lulu to feel and act like a real Spencer? Oh, yes, I do. And I like when Caroline puts on her Spencer pants too.
I mean, she's out there going, "Hey, Brennan, I need Lucky's location. All right, let me utilize this relationship to go find him. Like it's dire now because we need a liver.
Yeah.
We need his liver. So go find him, please."
And Jason is like, "Ugh," with the Brennan thing.
Yeah.
Don't be talking to Brennan. What
Stop
are you
it. What are you doing? Well, he's just so charming and Australian. I know you like Australian men. I know you do. But come on, Carly.
doing? Come on.
Come on. Fine, I'll go with Anna to go get Lucky. Just stop talking to Brennan, please. Please.
So
Please.
funny.
Please. Do you like how they kind of sprinkle Nicholas into stuff? LaShawn just mentioned him.
Yes, yes, and I hope they keep on sprinkling because for all kinds of reasons. I
Yeah.
want Nicholas back. I want Laura to have all her babes at one time. I want Nicholas back. I think there's plenty of room for him, especially since it doesn't look like Maura West is going a dang place, which I'm so
No.
thrilled to see. So I want Nicholas back in full fold, and part of the reason is because I had an opportunity to meet Adam and have lunch with him, and I'm crazy about it.
And she
So
likes him. And if it wasn't for my dad, he'd be my stepdad. If it wasn't for the fact that Adam Huss is also with another dude. Just a lot of
and
men.
married.
Just a lot of men. So many men around. Uh,
Anyway, so yeah, I want Nicholas back.
yeah.
I want Nicholas back. And I heard some rumblings. Well, I read some rumblings. I'm sure you guys did too. And it's just a rumor mill. It's just malarkey as far
Uh-huh.
as we know right now. But there was a little rumbling that maybe Nicholas is Gio's dad.
Weird. How weird. Well, hey,
It
if we're
would be
gonna
weird.
if we're gonna bring back some Cassidines, then sure. Why not? We're pretty thin on Cassidines right now.
Well, but when I read that rumor, malarkey, I thought
Hmm.
that means that Adam Huss might be back permanently. I love it.
Oh, I'm sure he would love it too. He's already said on social media, keep the positive impact flowing, folks. The positive
Hmm.
reaction. I want to be back and I love it. So,
Hmm.
hopefully, Alexis was Natasha. I think Alexis is Natasha.
Yeah, actually, Alexis's real name is Natasha Cassadine.
Yeah, just
That's her
like
real
just
name.
like Carly was called Caroline.
Hmm. Hmm.
He is.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's stay on Ava. Let's jump off of the Spencer bandwagon and hop right onto the Ava train. Ava returning back this week, back to who Ava was several months ago. This whole getting caught up in the whole thing and the scheming and this and the Sunny and da 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 da. She's at the end of it. I think they did a decent enough job. It's not perfect. It was a little
Hmm.
lumpy, but they did a
Hmm.
decent enough job of having Ava in her conversation with Trina say something along the lines of, That stuff I was up to the last couple of months reminded me of how much I hate it, and I don't want to do that anymore. That's not a direct quote. Ava would never say it like that, but that was the gist of
No,
what she said. She's like, all this scheming and all this stuff that I'm done with that again.
and it's funny too, like with Ava and Nina, and they're both kind of like, yeah, we're spiteful bitches, but we forgive each other.
Yeah, right? Like, we'll get over it. Like, they basically said, yes, the last couple of months happened, but Ava is returning back to the Ava that we all we're really, I mean, at least on my chair right here. I was really enjoying that interpretation of
Yeah.
Ava.
Even Trina was surprised with the two of them, right?
Yeah, right,
Why
right.
are you two hanging out?
Well, I mean, let that be an example, Trina. You know, you and Joss aren't seeing eye to eye right now on all kinds of stuff, but if Ava and Nina can find their way back to friendship, it should be pretty easy for you and Jocelyn. Because their drama's not anything deep.
But I like the idea of them repairing the two of them because I always liked Ava and and Nina with
The
their
mutually assured destruction friendship.
yeah, their mutual badness together. They understood each other.
Yes. They
They kind of had
understood
this understanding.
darker thoughts, darker
Yeah,
intentions, darker
yeah, we're awful
reactions to
bitches, but we
things.
love each other.
Yeah. Oh my
I love
gosh.
it.
First it's Dex parents, now it's Geo. Just
Mhm.
introduce characters already with parents. Like have them walk in and say, "My parents are Susan and Tom.
I think.
Tom runs a general store and Susan's a lawyer." Like let's just get it out of the way right away. Susan Moore, you're related to Jason? No, Susan's just a common name.
Yep.
Nope, no relation. None whatsoever. Brooklyn used to stay with Nicholas after she left the Q house.
Exactly. I was thinking about, late teen, early 20, rocker chick. Remember rocker chick Brooklyn? That would be around the time that Geo would have been born. They did swim around each other a little.
Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
They could write some history that we didn't see before, and it still could be believable.
Well, heck, if that's what happens, then I'm here for it. Because we did talk about how like Brooklyn, like having a baby, but then somehow being convinced that she didn't or something. I don't remember exactly what our theory was, but it was along those lines.
I think that Brooklyn might have suppressed it somehow, but I think that Lois has known all along, and that's why she's been so invested in Geo.
Lois with her coming and going accent, depending on the situation.
Yes. And she said to Brooklyn, I could stop speaking like this if it's making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
Yeah, man. It's okay. But when she got really pissed at Tracy.
What are you doing?
Exactly. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I want it to flow in and out.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's a good way of doing it. And yeah, I mean, obviously and clearly, there's no other way to look at it. Renasover was like, "Can I please stop doing this accent, please?" I mean, I get it, but also at the same time, it's not the 80s anymore, It's just not the same.
Also, though, I think the very, very refined speech is not Rena either.
Yeah, you think that she just?
I think that's put on a little bit too. I don't think she her natural speaking voice is so
all of this.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that. So I think that's an accent as well. But it's an accent that she hasn't been portraying for 30 years.
No, and it's probably a little easier in her throat because this one's kind of hard on I know I got a deeper voice than a woman does, but this is just not easy.
But yeah, I think I'm all for that sliding in and out, bring out Bensonhurst when you need her.
When you need her. That's all you need.
Yep.
That's all you need. I like Jordan fighting the assassin. That was neat. We talked about Isaiah already. We talked about Lucky. Ooh, Rick is everybody's lawyer.
He is everybody's lawyer.
What do you
he's a smart son of a gun, too.
He really is. And the most supportive father I've ever seen on the soap.
Well, he's been missing.
Well, I mean, in what we've seen right now, right now in this
Yeah,
very moment
okay.
in time, he's the most supportive
Yeah.
father I've seen on a soap. He is, like, I can't, like, when it came to Ava, I can't represent you. Like, what would Molly think? And then Molly's like, I need to know the truth. And he's like, all right, well, the best way for me to find out the truth for my daughter is to represent you, Ava. So let me represent you and find out what really happened. Like,
Yeah.
he's not doing it for the money, to get Ava off, for the fame. He sees it as a way to help Molly find closure.
Hmm.
And I don't know, because this is a different style of Rick, I think, than we're used to seeing. A nicer Rick than we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Eh?
For
Eh?
the most
Eh?
part, it's a nicer Rick, but Rick has been able to be nice in the past before, but he got something always smoldering underneath. He's
Mm-hmm.
actually gathering intel more than anything.
So as it stands right now, we just don't know what that smolder might be,
Mhm. We
if
know
anything.
that Sonny's pissed at him already.
Well, I think that if Rick were to just walk into town, Sonny would be angry.
Hmm.
So,
I think we're going to see a Rick and Sonny scene next week.
ooh, that'll be exciting to nice and
I
see.
think we will. I think
We
we'll
enjoy
see
that. But yeah,
because
so
I
he's
think
he, he's
Sonny's going to go see him.
he's representing Ava when it comes to, I guess, the defense of manslaughter against baby Ireene, which
Mhm.
is who I see her as. It's baby
You
Ireene.
see her as baby Ireene?
Oh yes, definitely.
I do too.
And then he's also going to represent Heather, but he was very clear this week in saying, "Ooh, I'm not. This isn't criminal. I'm not getting her. I'm not. This is not about me getting her out of jail. No, this is about us suing the hit
No, I want
manufacturer.
some Pfizer money, is
Yeah,
what he's
we're getting some Pfizer
really.
money out of this. So she's gonna get
Yes.
paid, but still be in jail. She'll just be paid. Uh, this is
Yeah.
this is not about the criminal thing.
Oh, he's
So
looking for a piece of pie.
yeah, so I don't. Maybe that's another pivot.
Hmm.
And see, getting the lawyer in there to spin it off of the criminality. Plus, we can just say Heather is sincere about her desire to stay in jail.
I
I
don't
don't
think she
know.
is anymore. I don't
No.
think she was. I think she was until Scotty put a bug in her ear about money. When Scotty put a bug in her ear about money, I
Hmm.
thought her ears perked up a little bit, and
Yeah.
her idea of staying in jail wasn't as alluring. And she kind of regretted saying that to Laura.
Well, I guess we'll see how it all plays out. There's still plenty of road to travel when it comes to this story. I mean, mostly it's being played out from Portia's perspective than anybody else's. Just
And
her
I
her
still,
worry and her
and I,
fear.
uh, we can tell Mr. Cobra this on Thursday.
Yeah.
But I'm still wanting. I would still like to see a Heather and yeah, Cyrus union. I would like to see that because right now, inside their minds,
Mm-hmm.
they are not their old selves. They're better,
Crazy
both of them.
attracts crazy.
And right now, they're on a good track. Both of them, or
Yeah.
like on a redemption track. Both of them.
Yeah, well, I don't know how far. It's it's tough. It's tough. I mean, yeah, absolutely. With both of these characters, they could totally spin it off and say, "Hey, we're good now. We're good now." I don't think that's the
And then
interesting
they can
choice,
wind up being bad together.
right? Because I don't think that's necessarily the interesting choice, especially when it comes to Heather. I still want Heather to do crazy things to people. I want Cyrus to be able to put himself in the mind of people. I think he should have joined the PCPD, is what I think, but I'm not writing the show.
I think for just shits and giggles and a Wednesday afternoon with nothing the gallery's doing, they should do a Heather Weber art show. They could put, BLT over here. They could put
You're
egg
so
salad
silly.
sandwich over
You're such a
here.
dork. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. All of that to
They
set
could
up a
put steak
BLT
and
joke.
eggs over there.
It's just Kelly's. Not Bobby's. Not Bobby's, because she hasn't been to Bobby's yet.
No,
Just
yeah,
Kelly's.
yep, yep.
Brooklyn was at their grandma, Gloria taking care of baby Leo. Mm.
Yes, and yeah. So Leo's over there at the Quartermaines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And evidently he don't know how to behave over there.
Mm-mm.
He is just crying and squawking and having a fit and throwing toys and
Well, sometimes it's tough, A lot of sensory overload, a lot of
it is.
processes
And
that are
that
getting all jumbled in your brain.
Exactly.
Poor
And
little
that
Leo.
pesky Cassadine blood is bubbling inside of him, and he's only 2.
Wait, hang on. Who are we talking about here? All right, so Leo, which I think might have been a typo for Geo, because Leo's a character, isn't he? Isn't that Ned and Olivia's kid?
Oh yeah, see, I got my babies mixed up.
So who? Wait, you're talking Wiley? Wait, who?
I was thinking, no, I was talking about Nicholas's kid.
Oh, Ace.
Ace.
Okay,
It's another name with 3 letters. I'm sorry.
got it. Yes, Ace needs to relax. Okay, that freaking little
my
demon
God.
child who doesn't know how to regulate his emotions because he's a baby. Learn how to regulate your emotions, you baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ace. I don't know what to feel about Ace. I was hoping that Heather was going to kidnap him and that we wouldn't have to worry about Ace for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that was a plot that we were incorrect about again.
Well, we're not writing the show, right?
No.
Leo rhyming with Geo, ELQ and BLQ.
Exactly. What do you want from my 63-year-old brain?
It's Tyrone. It's good. Ace, 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 says the
Ace,
chat.
Ace, Ace, Ace,
Ace,
Ace.
Ace, 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 Ace. Ace was just a terror.
Yeah. Yeah. Ace the Terror.
He needs his mommy or his daddy. He doesn't have either one.
And then Lucky around halfway around the world with an ace up his sleeve.
Right? Leo was the son of Julie and Olivia, yes.
Yes.
And yeah, he just needs his mom. Where's Esme? Somebody go get Esme.
No, she ain't dead.
Just come on back, Esme. Pick you over Spencer. The Sabrina fans have recast Spencer in their minds. He's an Australian actor. So I'm wondering if Spencer comes back because he banged his head, right? And he landed in Australia somehow. And then he's like, my name is Jerome. What are you talking about? And then like he's just got an Australian accent now. And then when I'm Spencer Cassadine, but he just keeps the accent, That might be what it is.
Speaking of Mrs. Chavez, though.
Yeah.
So the 19th, Monsters comes out on the 19th.
Oh, well, I guess.
A few days away.
Uh-huh.
Today's the 15th. Comes out on Thursday.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of trailers for it now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it looks great.
Well then, Ma, this is what the plan is going to be. Or, because, I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff we didn't talk about GH. But what do you expect from us here on the 10th floor? Okay. We'll talk about TJ, Molly, and everybody here at the end after we talk about this.
Yes.
We need to do an episode-by-episode breakdown of Monster.
I agree.
I recognize and understand that this being a Netflix show means that all the episodes are going to be dropped at once. But I think to not only maximize the potential viewership, but also to get as detailed as we can, instead of doing a 10-episode or 8-episode or 6-episode full retrospective, we should do one per episode.
I agree.
And we'll work out the schedule for that, because doing one per episode week after week would take a long time to get through. So we might have to do some back-to-back days.
We might.
Or back-to-back chats, because these are only hour-long Netflixes. We're not going to do an hour and 45-minute discussion.
Yeah.
We'll do a 20 to 30-minute one. So we might be able to pump out 2 in a day or something like that.
I think that's a great idea, Matt. Because if we did just one a week, since it is all available at one time, most of our audience probably would have watched the entire thing by the time we got.
Our current audience definitely would. And anybody who found our channel because we were covering something that is a little more wide-reaching than General Hospital and Days of Our Lives would have moved on to other interests by the time we got to the end of it.
Absolutely. We are going to do Monsters, like you said, episode by episode, and we will figure out when.
Yeah, we'll do that on our end. So stay tuned for that. Because yeah, it's
this Thursday, we're busy.
Thursday, we're busy. We got Jeff Coper coming at 5 p.m. Pacific time. All right, TJ, Molly, and everybody. I love the Davis family. They have made it so I am wordless, honestly. I can't even work out what I'm trying to say about it. They went from the weakest story in a long time
Mm-hmm.
to one of the most compelling things on TV.
Mm-hmm. I
And
think the
all it
story,
required was Kirstina falling out of a window.
well, yeah. Actually, I was not, I don't think a lot of us were a great fan of this whole idea months ago when it started unfolding. But what they're doing with it now, it's pretty good.
It is stellar. We
It's
have
pretty good.
we have Molly falling off of the family.
Mm-hmm.
She's fallen out of sync with the rest of the Davises, and without Sam, who's going to be departing pretty soon,
Yeah.
as
And
any sort of anchoring sister to glue everything back together.
exactly. And Molly even kind of indicated this whole Davis's stick together crap is crap to her now.
Because the Davises stick together when it's Kirstina. The Davises will
That's
stick
the
with
way she
Kirstina.
sees it. That's the way she sees it.
Well, she's just weaker than you. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that means I don't need your support. That means you have to agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. And of course,
And which is kind of course, not this big and theatrical, but I think a lot of family dynamics are that way. The good kid doesn't get any attention.
it's true. It's so true.
The super good kid gets kind of lost in the shuffle, and the little turd is getting all the attention.
All I wanted was cake for my birthday, but my sister was screaming. She was screaming and crying, pulling the focus of my parents on my day. My day!
Something like that.
Oh, goodness. Kirstina will have to speak up sooner and say she didn't murder Agent Cates. She may be a lot of things, but I'm sure she's not. But I'm not sure she's a murderer. Sure she's not. She didn't do it. Sonny did it. We saw it.
Well, if anybody has really a real, I understand. I understand Alexis. Because Alexis knows that Sonny did this crap. He hasn't admitted to her, but she knows. And she said, and she's pointed that out point blank to him this week. Kirstina did not do this, and I know I didn't. She knows that Sonny did that nonsense.
Of course. And now we got Molly. Now, but here's the interesting thing, Ma. This is the twist and the turn I didn't see coming. Molly being like, we have to exonerate our mother, or my mother, because Kirstina did it.
Right.
Oh
right.
my God.
Yeah.
What? So that's fun. That's a lot of fun. That is so much fun. And Sonny is stuck because everybody around him is being accused for this thing that he did. And he can't promise to let everyone off and still also have him get away scot-free unless he pins it on somebody else entirely.
And somebody else.
Who's going to take the fall? I mean, dude, Michael, we need you. We need you to take the fall for this. Like, what? What are they going to do?
Right.
You have the resources. You have the least to lose.
And Jason can't help him out of this either because Jason's going to be flying around the world.
Exactly. So, like, you got big problems.
And
the only way through is to marry Carly. I'm kidding.
He's kind of suggested that a tiny bit. And she was like,
and she's like, never again, Mr. Corinthos. Never again.
I know. I know.
The Ashford Davis family is a mess on all sides, says Sendus. They act without thinking, which caused the mess to begin with. Sam's death is just going to send them all over the edge, and Alexis could begin boozing again.
I wouldn't be, you know what? Well, that could send her over the edge. Her two girls are, she's, and she's mourning the death of her granddaughter as well. That's her granddaughter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoever decides is the mother on the paper, regardless, that baby is her granddaughter, period. So she's reeling from that. She's reeling from the fact that her two daughters do, they love each other, but right now they could live the rest of their lives without each other.
Oh, yeah, they could.
So she's got that. Got that to deal with. And then on top of that, something's going to happen to Sam. Oh, heck yeah. That could put a vodka bottle back in the cushions of her couch easily.
And because everything is connected, she might find herself in a rehab facility sitting right next to a friend that she's had for a long time. What are you doing here, Alexis? Because listen, folks, I know that we got Dr. Isaiah Gannon. And we have Dr. TJ Ashford. I know we have Dr. Portia Robinson. But that doesn't mean we still can't have a Dr. Finn.
Well, yeah, you know what? I've heard rumblings that he's coming back too. I've heard he's coming back as Finn. I've heard he's coming back as Silas Clay.
Well, that would be interesting.
And they have to resurrect him some way.
It's a soap. They can figure it out.
They can figure it out. They have before.
Molly went to Dex. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Molly's really trying to make it happen. Trying to get Kirstina behind the bars and Alexis out of the jail cell.
Yes.
After Mac arrested her. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy where it's gone. I enjoy what it has become. And this is just more evidence that these people genuinely are trying to do the best job they can to put on the most entertaining show that they can for you. And it also goes to show, once again, that when we see something as an extreme dud, and we as in like the 10th Floor podcast, not like you guys who watch and interact and Ma and I and our opinions, when we see something as a dud, that's because it really truly is, because we're the easiest audience to entertain.
Yeah, we're not all, we give a lot here in the 10th Floor.
And when we recognize that's a dud, that means that the writers also know that they have a stinking turd on their hands and are likely going to do something about it, because every single time I'm like, this story is trash, it gets wrapped up and changed and turned into something else quickly.
That's true.
I mean, I can really only point to two examples. But everything else that's been wrapped up, I didn't call trash. I didn't call Kate's trash. I didn't call Pikeman trash or anything. But when we got tired of Pikeman, what happened? It ended. Right?
Yeah. Well,
so we're really writing the show is what I'm saying. Give us the money.
Pikeman is, I think, it was the stinker. It took way too long and was a dud at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Took way too long and it was a dud at the end.
Mm-hmm. And it sent Valentine away. Like, bring that guy back.
Right. It was, but I think Pikeman was just, it was strike time, strike with actors, strike with writers, and then after that, the revolving door of writers.
Oh yeah, yeah, we've talked about it for sure.
Pikeman is the biggest example of all that upheaval and uncertainty there at Prospect.
Yeah. And
some of it, I'm sure, was manufactured by them, and some of it is just circumstance.
They ended Pikeman and shoved Kirstina out of a window. They're 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, changing all of General Hospital in the process. Oh my gosh. Who saw Kirstina drive up to the Quartermaine estate and turn around? Was it a security camera or something? If anybody, it would probably have been like a security gatesman or anything, because if they were to introduce cameras at the front of the house into the driveway, then that lends the question in story, why don't you have cameras on the boathouse?
Also, we also know, and this has been, even though we haven't visually seen it, it has been implied from a very long time that the gate to the Quartermaine estate is far from the front door of the house.
You got a long driveway to get through.
There's a long driveway. I mean, the driveway is where AJ had the accident and knocked Jason in the head. They were still on the estate when that happened. They were on the drive. So, it appears to me, since a babbling brook, a lake, and a river run through there, because they interchange that.
Yes. Depends on who's getting hurt.
Exactly. So, that drive is long.
Yeah. So,
it would make sense that even if there wasn't security cameras all around the perimeter of the home, there would be one at all. It would be at the drive.
Very front of the driveway.
At the gate. That's the gate.
Well, we'll see how it all boils down. Where
those gates. Because I visualize these gates
with a big Q on them.
Exactly, like that. In the stables, the Q, the design, Q.
Yeah.
That's on the front of those gates.
Yeah.
Those electric gates. That's what's there. Yep. The Q separates
Welcoming everybody to the Quartermaine property.
Yes.
Oh, with GH being only 5 or 6 weeks ahead, it's much faster than days.
Tons.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Actually, yes, they are ahead, but they are actually not so far ahead that they can redirect stories some.
Oh, very easily. Very, very easily.
Where days really can't.
Right.
It's too far in the can.
Oh, since Kirstina drove up in Alexis's vehicle, it won't look good for Alexis.
It's true.
Oh, Alexis, you came to the
Especially
house.
and chances are it's dark too, and they don't necessarily have an image of her face. They just see brunette hair.
Long brunette hair. Ooh,
Long brunette hair, about
Cindis.
the same length too.
Ooh,
Kirstina
Cindis.
and Alexis's hair is about the same length.
Cindis, you should join the PCPD.
Oh my gosh, you could teach them a thing or two because they're being led by Anna.
And Anna is.
So, you know who the best cop is right now?
Chase.
Chase. Yes.
Chase. He's always been the best cop. I also like how the cops are copping right now. Like people are investigating. The cops are involved with stuff. Folks got questions. Things are getting looked into.
Copping.
Cops are copping. I'm into it. I'm into General Hospital. I like the show. I think it's a lot of fun. I think that the new plot lines and returning characters have been very enjoyable. I think that Brooklyn and Chase are going to have a beautiful baby, but a hard time getting there. Because she's like, okay, I'm ready. I think we're gonna have one. Let's have one, which means that they're gonna struggle. Ready too. That means they're gonna struggle. So we'll see.
I think they're gonna struggle as well.
So I'm happy. I'm into it. I feel.
And then what's gonna happen? Bless you. And when the demise of Sam happens, what they gonna do with Scout and Danny? Somebody's gonna have to take care of those kids.
I guess Dante and Drew.
Just send them up to the Quartermaines, they just fit in.
I mean, at this point, there's more kids at the house than adults.
Yeah, and then they can take their turn, like, making Ace sit down and shut up.
Just sit down and shut up. You're not even a Quartermaine.
You know what they say about babies? This is what I say anyway. For the first 2 years, you teach them how to walk and talk, and then you tell them to sit down and shut up.
It is true. It's true. It's true. So I'm a big fan. I'm enjoying it. I want to watch it some more. So I'm gonna next week. And it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna be back next Sunday to talk about it. But before then, we're gonna be on Thursday at 5 p.m. to talk to Jeff Kober.
And you guys will have to, stay tuned and pay attention to your Twitter or your Instagram or your 10th floor of some kind, because we probably
this YouTube channel.
Or this, because it doesn't look like we're going to be doing the 10th floor at 11.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how all of that shakes.
Pushed a little bit.
It'll probably be pushed back. Yeah, so we're going to see how all of that shakes out, because next Sunday morning, probably at around 10 a.m., we'll get that official confirmation for timeout as soon as I have it out on the social medias for Sherry Jimenez, who plays Gabby Hernandez on Days of Our Lives. She's going to be with us on Sunday. But this coming Thursday at 5 p.m., Thursday the 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be talking to Jeff Kober, who plays Cyrus Renaud on General Hospital. And we're very excited, and we want you all to be there. Please, if you can, mark your calendars, cancel your appointments. The dentist will still be there the next day.
Because the truth be told, you guys, not only will, if you join us at 5, not only and Matt and I will be chatting with Jeff Kober, you will also have that opportunity as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's much more difficult for me to actively read the chat when I'm fanning out having a guest here consistently, no matter what, from Vincent Irizarry to Remington Hoffman to Tanisha Harper. It's more difficult when there's a guest here for me to.
Right. Because not only is he trying to listen to me, but he's trying to listen to them, and he's trying to have his own thoughts, and he's trying to pay attention to you guys.
And I'm so distracted by the fact that I'm talking to somebody cool. So I'll do my best to work in any interesting contributions. If we have a moderator there, whether it's Jeannie or Chandra or anybody else with a blue name, maybe they can help me out by highlighting some of the interesting questions or statements or thoughts that come through. We'll see how it all works out. But please join us on Thursday at 5, and then also again next Sunday at 9 a.m. Probably for Days for Dummies. I don't know. Just pay attention.
It depends on what Sherry wants to do. If
Yeah.
Sherry wants to push it to 10, we'll push it to 10.
So we'll see. I don't just come hang out.
Just don't forget about us. We
Just
got
don't
cool
forget
stuff
about us.
coming.
Don't unsubscribe. Subscribe instead.
There
And
you
if you
go.
like the video, like the video. Click the little thumbs up right now. And without Chandra here to call for it, let's do a little reaction rally, huh? You want to spam that little heart icon for me? Go ahead. You don't have to. But tick up those reactions as you want throughout the show. Join us next week for it all on Thursday as well. And when we say something you like, hit that reaction. Send us a little heart. It helps when it comes to the algorithm here on YouTube. Makes us look active and fun. And if you want other people to come and hang out with us and be active and have fun, then share it around and do the little reaction thing. Oh, here they come. Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much.
I'm even gonna put a post on my own Facebook page soon, probably today, just to remind my friends and family about Thursday, because I have a lot of friends and family that aren't GH fans, but they did watch China Beach. They did watch Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
They did watch Star Trek. They do
Hey.
know who Jeff Kober is.
Hey.
So
Hey.
for sure.
All right. So let's see. We'll see how it all shakes out. I heard a rumor that Gio was the son of Dante in Brooklyn. That's the thing that happened in 1992. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Share it with all of your friends and join us next week and also on Thursday. That's it. Going back into the elevator. Going back down to the first floor. We're going to go into the parking garage. And we're going to wave to Elizabeth and Portia and TJ and all of these people who are at work because we're in the hospital again. Get into our cars and tune our radios to previous episodes of the 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you cannot find it on your favorite podcasting platform, you can reach out to us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, and I will send you in the right direction. Give us a follow there while you're hanging out. Go over to Instagram as well, 10th Floor GH, 10th Floor GH. Give us a follow on that. Help expand the social media presence. And keep informed as to when all of these interviews are going down.
The more the staff, crew, and actors of these shows know who the 10th Floor is, the more likely we will have guests.
It's true.
So,
it is pretty helpful.
It's helpful a lot. So, the hearts and the clicks and all that.
All of that helps.
It
helps.
It helps.
Well, that helps. So yeah, I think that's it. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week right here on